Hi, I'm Alex.
Hey y'all, and I'm Ryan, and this is
Alex and Ryan Unscripted. We are at episode 9. That's crazy.
Yeah, I was just like, wow, I just realized that number.
Yeah.
Girl, look at us.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
And we actually been consistent too.
Yeah.
Episode 9. Crazy. I feel like we should do something for episode 10. Because granted, it's only 10
I was going to say
episodes.
that too. But still, I'm just like, because the thing is, we still, got to edit some stuff, but it's like, wow, we really.
Yeah. 10. Yeah. Okay. So, you want to start off? I didn't have no transition to get into it. I don't even know.
Okay, y'all. So as you know, we are both in our 30s, and we know some things, but not a lot of things. Well, we know some things, but some things we still just figured it out. Let me say that. Granted, whatever. Y'all know what I'm saying. But I want us to have this quick, just this quick little convo on becoming the person that you see or that you visualize in the future, like this ideal you that not necessarily have it all together because we'll never reach perfection, right? But coming to the person that I guess is just sure of themselves, full of confidence, doing the things that you've always wanted to do, having the resources, having the people around you, like just becoming that ideal self that has most of their life together. Mm-hmm. Becoming that person is hard, y'all. Like it really is hard. And Alex and I was talking about this a little bit before we hit record, is that like, it really does. How can I say this? I don't want to say attack, but your mental, I feel like, is the biggest role. Because if anything, it's just like a battle in your mind. Mm-hmm. Trying to get rid of the old, trying to let go of the patterns, the habits that wasn't serving you, and introducing your life to something new that's bettering you. Like sometimes I feel like your mind is like, whoa, like what's going on? How do we adjust? Should we adjust? And I feel like that is a lot of what I'm going through. When I was talking to my friend the other day, she's like older than me by a couple years, and she was just talking about how like she feel like with her starting off her 30s, that she started off pretty rough, and a lot of people that she knew, with them starting off their 30s, mm-hmm. It was rough, but everybody was in the field of just trying to figure it out and trying to become that ideal person in their head. But it's tough.
It is. Because it seems like in your 20s, it's like you trying to figure out. But then it's like when you really hit your 30s, I feel like there's a lot more like expectation.
Yeah.
Once you like really into your 30s. But then you also realize when you get here, you realize, well, we all still trying to figure it out.
Literally.
I guess we all in a similar boat.
Or like what you thought you wanted is like, that changed.
Yes. Actually, I had a talk with my therapist saying that, like, I realized a few weeks ago that, like, these big, like, extravagant plans and, like, goals that I wanted has changed. And she was like, yeah, because you hit reality. Like, you're starting to become more into, like, reality. What is, I guess, more reality? And I'm like, yeah. Because there was so much I wanted to do by this certain age and like things that I used to want.
Was she saying what you wanted wasn't realistic? Or was she just saying the process to get there, it's going to take time?
Basically that. Like, not that I can never still achieve some of those goals, but also realizing that some of those goals and the time frame that I had, and some of the goals were very unrealistic. You know what I mean? Like, I was in college, wanted to be married by a certain age. And it's like, well, girl, you got how many years You wanted to be married by what, 25? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, that was
but then
24
it's
for
like,
me.
yeah, then it's like reality hits, and it's like, no, because you realize, what if I don't find my person by that time?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm over here trying to rush and get these things done, and it's like, girl, it's not on your timing. You know, like,
Yeah.
I'm just kind of
That
reality
goes
hit.
back to, oh, go ahead.
No, that's everything.
I was just saying, just thinking back on our previous episode, we was talking about time frame.
Mm-hmm.
On, with this term, late bloomers, I feel like we talked about that too in our previous episodes. I can't remember,
Mm-hmm.
but like just this term, late bloomer, it's like, what's on time? Like what
Yeah.
qualifies you as a late bloomer? I mean, around this, okay, let me slow down. Around this label of being a late bloomer with women, I see it comes into, children and marriage.
Yeah.
And then even a stable career.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like now I'm trying to think, because back in the day, folks were getting married before 20s, having children, early 20s, before 20s. So it's like, I don't know, this quote unquote time frame, I feel like it's getting pushed back further and further. And I don't know, it's like, what is a late bloomer? And why are they late?
Yeah. No,
Like,
no, that's the real questions. That's
yeah, like
true.
why are we late? Because this lady, she's 38, I believe. And she was like, this is for, and granted, it wasn't like no monetary thing. She was like, this is for all my late bloomers. Like, you're still going to get married. You're still going to have children. And it's like, man, it's society, period. But I wish we could
Yeah.
just get out of this ideal that, like, if you're not married in your 20s, early 30s, you're a late bloomer. Now, children, I get that, because women, yes, we do have a biological clock. So I get that, right? But it's like,
But then
oh,
even with
so go
that's
ahead.
also like, that just depends on, I guess you said biological clock. That really just depends on, I mean, you could still have a kid at a young, like at a quote unquote later age. But I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you just may not be able to carry. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you could still have a kid in a sense,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, yeah. These are just thoughts that has been really eating at my mind these days, especially like, oh, because it's like, oh my gosh, Alex, I see her, right? I see her. I see her popping off, doing her thing.
Mm-hmm.
But oh my gosh, getting out this mindset of, also like the mindset of waiting for the perfect moment, waiting for the perfect time. And I feel like that's kind of my battle right now. And what am I waiting for? I don't know. I guess just, again, waiting for the ideal self. Like, oh my gosh. Ladies, tap in. Like,
No.
so I've been on this weight loss journey for a minute now. And it's just like, maybe if I lose a couple more, like 10, 15,
Ugh,
then I could really do what exactly?
start doing this. Whatever.
Yeah. Or like, cause right now my skin is breaking off, y'all. Like breaking out.
Bigger off.
And
Dang. No.
it ain't that bad, y'all. It ain't that bad. But it's definitely breaking out. And I feel like it's breaking out because I'm low key stressing.
Yeah.
But
I was
it's
going
like,
to say
girl,
that
what you
earlier,
stressing for?
but I didn't want to say it.
Oh, let me know. Let me
Yeah.
know. Keep it real with me. But sometimes I don't know when I'm stressed until it's too late, and I can't stand that. I really can't. Like, and I know they say your body will always tell you when you're stressing, but I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know. And I'm just like, girl, breathe. I would do breathe exercises, but I would do it like, oh my God, you think you're stressing? Breathe. It's just like,
Stressing while you breathe in.
right. It's like, girl, no, that's not how you do it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I just know there's so much I want to accomplish, but honestly, I know it's me against me at this point in time in my life. Like, it's honestly my overthinking, my fears, not wanting to be seen, but also wanting to just create and show up.
Sounds like it sounds very like conflicting. Because not wanting to be seen, but then creating and showing up, or seem like they're like on two different ends.
Yeah.
So yeah, it does sound like a mental battle kind of thing. But I do think if you just get back into like not worrying about society, what is acceptable with society. So like that is like views, numbers, all that. Like I feel like with TikTok, I see a lot of people who are like, they don't even have like the nicest backgrounds. They're not in the nicest houses. They're not like, they started off with getting a few views, and then it's just, oh, someone liked it, or a handful of people liked it, and then it sparked more views, and then boom, they were just being themselves, and people just liked who they were. So it's just, I guess, a part of getting out of your head and getting out of that state. I say just do it.
Like Nike. Yeah.
And eventually, like I have a post, I think I told you about this. I have a post on Lemonade. I was just doing, because I like to style my daughter. I love buying her clothes. The post went crazy. It has like, I don't know how many views, like 15,000 or more views.
What? I just downloaded it back on my phone. I'm gonna have to go look at it.
Really? Yeah, it's just like a clothes that I bought for her. Like, it's kind of, what is it, like a what I ordered versus what I got. But the pictures, like, I styled her in it, kind of thing. Like, well, we didn't style her, I just put the clothes on her and took pictures of her. Yeah. And people loved it. And I'm like, that post, like, that was a while ago too. So it's like, I think if you just continue to post, get out of that mindset of like numbers, it's going to come. Especially if you're being yourself and you're like, I find you entertaining. That like in a good way. Like, I find you like funny, goofy, not like entertain me kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
I understand.
So, and I think other people will love and enjoy your videos and all that stuff. So I think if you continue to be you, I think it'll eventually come. And that's the same thing I tell my daughter's dad. Like, bro, you make good music. Yes, right now, when it comes to like social media, it's kind of like some of the stuff be like trash, or like some of the people be like, this person goes viral, and it's like, what the heck?
Yes, like, that's popping off right now. Yeah,
but it's like, I think eventually it will come around, because like, even like when it comes to music, I'm like, how did this person get a deal? Like, and like, no offense to whoever that person is, like, I have a person in my head, but like, it's like, I know there's people out here who make some real good music, and it's like, well, this person who really ain't talking about much went viral, and now they got a deal. But it's like, just, I don't know. Social media is kind of a little messed up. Let's be real. It's a little messed up.
It is. The stuff that, I feel like it's a reflection of our nation. Like, it's a reflection of our nation. What's important versus what, and it's crazy, not even important, because TikTok is just entertainment, right? But it's just like, the crazy silliness stuff is what, it's what the people, I wouldn't even say want, but it's entertaining. That's the thing. Like, it's entertainment for sure.
I think you should start doing fun stuff. Stuff that you find fun
Yeah.
and record it into it. So then in that moment, you're actually enjoying what you're doing, but then you can also post it. So that other people can enjoy what you're doing. You know?
Yeah.
I think that's really what it is. You do what you find fun and then like don't do it because like, oh, I have to do this because I want to be a creator. I mean, I guess you could do that, but like I think eventually you stop enjoying it because you're doing it for
the views.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's not authentic to you.
So I did create a video. It's coming out Tuesday. Rewatching it, I just feel, I don't want to be like saying this word, but cringe. But I've been having that idea in my head for so long. So I was like, girl, just create it and put it out there. But it's like me dancing and stuff. But yeah, it was just me letting loose and just having fun. You'll see it Tuesday.
Yeah. Okay.
You'll see what video I was talking about. But yeah, I still I'm gonna create another one like that too, but using different music and just whatever. Because that's just an idea I had in my head for a while, and I was like, okay, let's just have fun with it. Even though my dance moves was just silly, but I'm just like, who cares? I definitely have fun making it.
And that's, I feel like that's really all that matters.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I can't wait to see it. You'll get a text from me. Like,
I want you, when you see the video, you'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, she's definitely having fun.
Yeah.
She's definitely having some fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm glad you're back posting.
So last night, my sister was like, where's your YouTube videos? And I'm just like, oh, I'm working on it. I still got to edit some. And she was like, you said that? You said that before. And I'm cracking up because I was like, it was like pulling teeth, but you know, they say like, I don't know, your family know you, so they're not going to be like, yo, whatever. But she never subscribed to my channel, and she was like, just telling me what you think about my videos, but I haven't posted for a month. And she was like, what's going on? Like, why aren't you creating? And granted, we live in the same house, right? She's just like, why aren't you creating? And I was just like, wow. I don't know. Last night, that just really hit me because for her to say like, girl, where are your videos? I'm like, huh? Like, first of all, you wasn't even watching them when I was posting them. But that gave me a push. Like, I need to get out of my own way. And it's fear, but like, you know, there's the scripture, God's not giving a spirit of fear, but spirit of power, love, and a sound mind. And I do feel like the enemy is doing a number on my mind, and I'm low key allowing it. Cause it's like, oh, I don't really want to do it anyway. So, but it's like, no, girl, like, get out of your head. Like, what are you scared of? For real. Like, what are you, yeah, it's just the ongoing thing that's going to stop. It has to stop. Like, even the fact that I keep labeling myself as an overthinker, because I am, but it's like, I don't have to continue to be this way. This is not something that I have to continue to be my whole life, because I don't want to be overthinking, because overthinking is what stops me. Overthinking is what causes my stress of anxiety, fear. And it's just like, girl, I think you just need to jump every time, knowing that God's going to get you.
Yeah.
You thought of that video, create it, push it out. Like you said, I definitely have like a lot of moments, a long time where I'm just like cracking up, like about whatever, right? Or just ideas of stuff to create. And then I'll be like, oh no, because I think they this, or they'll think that, and it's like, girl, what? Like,
yeah.
Create it and push it out.
I think especially like in the beginning, you know what I mean? It's just, it really is. It's like what you said earlier. They want you to create and then post, create and post.
Yeah. I'm going to do it. Yeah.
Okay. Excuse me. Well, I'll be looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Because I don't be knowing.
Liking and commenting.
Oh, yeah. Well, because, I'm like, because I realized like maybe a week or so ago, I'm like, I know, like, you have mentioned that you kind of slow down a recording, but I'm like, I don't see nothing. And I'm like, should I reach out and like say like, hey, what's going on? But like, I also know in those moments, it's kind of like you do take breaks, and sometimes you do need like some like away time or alone time to really like think and stuff. So I'm like, I'd be hesitant. Like, should I be like, hey, where's this video? Like, you ain't been, you know? But it's like, allow. Sometimes you have to allow people to kind of be in like the space like they're in and stuff to kind of get through it. Because I know some people that be watching, they be like, stop asking me about these videos. I'm out here doing stuff. You know, I'm out here living life. I'm like, yeah, okay, so like we back and forth. But like I saw on TikTok, I'm like, oh, okay, I see she getting back into it. She getting back to it. Let me show some love. So yeah.
Yeah.
So that's good. I mean, even if it's like slowly getting back into it, at least you're getting into it and you're doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's what I told myself too.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, that was kind of. I guess we can get into our topic. Which kind? Does it really relate? It may not, but some
Growth.
stuff in there.
And the umbrella of growth.
Yeah. So our topic, you guys can probably see from the title, it's along the lines of outgrowing our hometown, our city, our home city, whatever the case may be. So which I could probably guess your answer, but like, do you feel like you have outgrown your town or city?
Girl, for sure. For sure. Especially coming back, I was like, but this is the thing though. Coming back this time around, I was like, okay, Lord, if it's for me to be here for some time, I accept it. Mm-hmm. I'll be here. Like, I won't fight it, and I won't. So my family thinks like when I go to these different cities, I'm like running away, and I can see that response, because there was moments where I'm like, I just gotta get up out of here. But at the same time, I'm just like, no. Since a child, and when I say a child, I mean like, yeah, childhood, elementary age, you know what I mean? Like young girl, I always wanted to travel the world. Like I had that in me since a baby. Like, I don't know what it was. But I always wanted to leave. And my mother always said I'm crazy, because my mother was fearful a lot, so she didn't do a lot of traveling. But she's like, oh my gosh, the world is crazy, the world is evil, da da da. And I'm just like, yeah, it is, but I'm going. Like, I'm going. And I would definitely say, when I was a little girl, I always dreamed of living in the Taj Mahal. Y'all, I know it's a burial site, don't. Not too much. I know it's a burial site, but growing up, it just looked like a pretty castle. It's so I was like, oh my, and I was definitely into like, you know, the Victorian, Georgian time, like of just castle, kings and queens and all that. Royalty, right? And I saw that and I was like, oh my gosh, what a pretty castle. I want to live there, because, you know, you see the flowers, the little water in the back. And then I got to 8th grade and my teacher was like, oh, draw the dream that Joyce had as a child. And I drew that and I colored it, and she hung it up in the classroom like all year. And she was like, this is just so beautiful, Cassie. I want you to know that the Taj Mahal it's not a real palace. It's a burial site. And I'm just like, yeah, girl, I know. Let me dream. And then fast forward to college, I finally get to see the Taj Mahal. And I'm like, okay, first off, yes, this is amazing. But it's crazy because pictures, I don't know what was true, what was not.
No, for real.
But to see that, to actually be in India, oh my gosh. I just know that 8-year-old girl, 6-year-old girl was just screaming. And I was inside. I was screaming. I said, oh my gosh, I'm actually in India. And I said I would go to India all my life. And the fact that I'm here, and this is the first time I ever flew. It was an 18-hour trip.
Ooh.
Girl.
Goodness.
Hello? They're like, oh, you ever flew on a plane before? Never. And they're like, this is your first time and you're going to India? I was like,
That's
nobody but
crazy.
God. Nobody but God. So I would say that was my first trip out the country, first time on a plane, and that sparked something in me that was always in me.
Hmm.
So I feel like it just watered the seed that was already in me. And I was just like, I gotta get out of Indiana. Like, and then after that, I always thought I gotta get out the country too. But now I don't know if I want to live out the country because stuff is just going, it's just crazy. Not so like my mother, but it's like, no, stuff is for real. Like this man up in that place, like, you just don't know. You can leave and he'll be like, all right, they can't come back. That's
No,
how
for
crazy
real.
this man is moving. And so it's like, I mean, if I could ideally live out the country, I would. I told myself 2 years max, but who knows?
Hmm.
But yeah, since leaving that time, I was like, yeah, I need to leave. I need to continue this because it gives you a drive.
Yeah.
Uh,
So, so what
well,
are
yeah,
some
so back
like,
in,
huh?
wait, no.
What?
Do you feel like you have
Oh,
outgrown your
um,
hometown?
I would say, um,
But then again, your hometown, well, granted, you can still outgrow your hometown, but
yeah,
yours is different from
yeah. I'm sure. I've never been
mine.
where you from, but yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. It's
um,
yours is, I moved here. So I got out of my hometown to go to yours.
yeah, because I mean, I would even consider my place like a town. Not
Yeah,
to say that you
yours is
consider your place a town, but like to me, town is like, I know that's just like words, like but like town, it seems like a lot smaller. Where mine is like a
yeah,
city, and it's one
yep,
of the major cities
yep.
here. Um, so like this is where it's kind of hard for me to say. I feel like I did at one point, and then I'm like, I don't, I, yes, let me just say yes.
Okay.
But I feel like, which I need to try this, I feel like if I was to experience other cities, I will for sure know if I outgrew my home city, hometown, whatever. Um,
Mm.
I really haven't been able to live anywhere else other than where we went to school. And that right there, that is a town for real. Like it was just the
Oh,
college.
yeah,
That ain't
yeah,
nothing.
that's a town.
I'm like, well, take me back home. I want to go back home, kind of thing. Like ain't nothing here but this school.
Girl, literally in
Yeah.
that one street.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that's a town for real. Mine is like a little city, but
Yeah.
that's a one street.
Yeah. But
Well, okay,
like,
so question. No, go ahead, go ahead.
no, go ahead. It's okay. I don't really have much.
Graduating, you wanted to go to Cali, right? Wasn't
Girl,
it Cali, or was it
I,
just somewhere by the water?
yeah. It's always been by somewhere by the water.
And do you feel like that's okay? So for me, like growing up, I always wanted to go to India, right? So
Mm.
was that your thing? Like, I just want to live by the water, or as you got older, was it like I need to experience something else outside of this hometown, and I want to live by the water, or I don't know. I guess just like that vision of always want to be by the water. Was that like a childhood dream that you always had?
Um, See, childhood, I'm not too for sure because I am like my mom always said when I was a little kid, I guess was kind of curious and like would actually be up moving around. But I think eventually as I got older, I really didn't experience much. Girl, I was in the house, like I didn't really, like we would go out of state every year to like Florida or like somewhere by the water. And that could like be a thing to where like I associate the water with like vacation and being with family and just enjoying life. And then going back home, back to Indiana, where it's like, what the heck is here? You know what I mean? Like, there is stuff here, but it's not like, I just really enjoy that. So, like, as I gotten older and I've realized now in my like adult stage that like the water is where I would love to live by. Like, and yes, it used to be California until I realized, ooh, that's expensive. Like, that's out of my budget. You know, like, as of right now, we gonna, no. California, even though when I did go to LA, I'm like, and we went to the water, in which we didn't really explore a lot because the people that we went with, it was, I don't know. But like, it's just the vibe that like LA gives you is like, okay, I could see myself out here. Like, for real. Yeah. But I don't know if it's like a place that I would actually want to live forever.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, do I need multiple houses in different areas? So I like, 3 months to 6 months I live here, and then I'm over here, kind of thing. But like, I think since I've had my daughter, I don't know, I still have this urge of wanting to move out of the city.
Okay.
But it is, I would have to come up like a whole plan for real, like a legit, like, I have a job here. It pays me enough to live for at least not 6 to 9 months, like, but then also with that, it's like, oh, well, I have to find a daycare because I have a daughter. You know what I mean? Like, I have someone who has to watch her. So that's kind of been like where I have been more okay with staying in here, like in the city, and just finding things that make me happy here. Like exploring, because like what we mentioned before, this summer is going to be popping in the city. If you need to come down and, enjoy some time, you can come down. We can figure something out. But like, I don't know. I don't know if the city is enough for me. So I go back and forth. Let's be real. I go back and forth. And it's really because I do have a daughter and I do have family who want to be in her life. And she has a dad who's here, even though he's thinking about moving, but he moving to where I do not want to go. When we were together, I was like, oh yeah, I'll go there. But we're not together. I don't want to go there. Even though I think he wants to go to Charlotte. And the music is really popping there.
Wow, I just told my friend. I was like, Charlotte is also one of them cities that's popping off right now.
Yeah, it is. And so I'm like, no, because Charlotte's not by the water. Like, I want to go by the water for real. Yeah. So I think I guess I kind of, I think I'm slowly outgrowing my hometown. I did at once, and then I'm like, no, maybe I haven't because of my daughter. And then I'm slowly like, yeah, outgrowing it.
Like, it's time to go, or it's like, one day I will need to experience this.
Yeah, that second part. One day I will need to experience outside of the city to truly see if I've outgrown Indy. For sure.
Or to truly see if that's what you want.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So like, that saying, like, everybody should leave their hometown once. I do believe that. I do think, and granted, your city could offer everything plus some. I still think you should leave once. And I just say that because it's something that it does for your mind when you experience just a different way of not living, I guess, but just a different environment. It just sparks something. So when I lived in Houston or even Chicago or even Jersey, like meeting people there, they were like, oh, I would never leave. Like, I would never leave. And I was like, well, granted, I see why. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? I see why. But it's just something that it does to your mind. Like, even for a couple months, I mean, in all these places, I stayed there for a year and a half. And it's crazy because every city I lived outside my hometown, it's literally been a year and a half.
Mm.
And I'm just like, okay, like this is great. This is great. Now, Chicago and Houston, I could definitely see myself living there forever. But Chicago's getting so expensive now. But I love Chicago summertime. Love, love, love Chicago summertime. But talking with like the folks in these spaces who's from these places, I'm just like when I told them I moved from Indiana. I mean, Chicago's just right there. So they were like, all right. But Jersey and Houston, they're like, dang, you came all the way from the Midwest, like to come here. And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, why? The question is always why move? Why leave your hometown? Because I could never see myself leaving my hometown. And I remember talking with some of the teachers down in Houston, and they were like, you left your family, friends to come to a place where you don't know nobody. I remember this lady was like, I would never. I could never. Like, that is just too scary. And I'm like, maybe because I've done it now so often, it's just like, oh no, you can do it. But I'm just like, no, starting off, yeah. It was a bit like, oh my gosh, how is life gonna go? Like,
Right.
I don't have my family across the street, 30 minutes away, an hour away. They're hours away. But I don't know. I feel like I so much wanted that experience that it was like, I'm gonna be okay. And like God got me. Cause I feel like if it wasn't for me, and that's why I always pray, like, hey God, this is not for me, close that door. Even though I want it to be open. But if it's not it, don't open that door. So like every city that I went to, I had my challenges. Oh my gosh, I had my struggles. It was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But I always say like I caught more honey than I did bees. Like I would do it again, and I'm going to do it again. Okay. Cause I'm leaving Indiana. I'm leaving here and I ain't taking something with me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm leaving here with something. No, I don't got to take nothing with me. I want to start over.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to start over. Like, I know I'm leaving. When? I don't know. But I do recommend that you leave your hometown at least once and just experience what's outside the norm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I want to do. And I guess more that I think about it, I think some allergies acting up. Sorry. But the more that I think about, it, I guess I have given myself like a time frame of like to actually move out of state and explore. It's like I want to do it before my daughter starts school. Like before before she's like at least first grade. We really hope kindergarten.
Yeah, I was going to say before like the, yeah.
Yeah. Just the only thing is like hard because I don't want her to experience kind of like what I've experienced of like jumping from school to school. And it's like you have to start over with making friends. And then it's like, well, I'm a shy person, so making friends is not the easiest kind of thing. And it's like, yeah, before she really starts making friends, it's like, if this is where I'm going to be, then I need to, or where I want to be, I need to try it and see how it works. And if not, I can always just come back. Because there is
That's the thing. You can always come back.
Yeah.
Well, I will say this too though, because down in Houston, oh my gosh, you meet so many people. But well, everywhere you do, right? But I'm gonna say Houston because that was my experience down in Houston. I would definitely say, Alex, for our families, shout out to our families, because I just learned that a lot of people don't have that kind of support. So for us, it's like, you can always come back home. We can say that.
Yeah, true.
You know what I'm saying? And then for some people, it's like, I can't. You know what I'm saying? I really got to get out the mud and get it how I live because I don't have nobody to fall back on. I know for me, one thing about two things for sure. My mother, first off, never wants me to leave the state. If anything, she wants me to move up there with her. But if I'm ever in a situation, she's going to come through for me. I mean, she's gonna give me, she's gonna talk to me. Okay, she gonna let me know, but she's always gonna be there for me, and my siblings too. As much as we like whatever, but they got me. And coming back home, I saw that.
Mm-hmm.
That like the support may not look like how I want it to look, but it's there.
Yeah.
And there's people our age, younger, that don't have that.
Yeah, that is true.
But yeah, in regards to us, if we don't, if it doesn't work out, we got people we got family who's going to be there for us. And so, yeah, I just say go, jump.
Yeah.
But I love that for you. I think you definitely should. And look into some areas. I would say I do love the East Coast.
Mm-hmm.
I do. But could I see also the thing is, y'all, I was in Newark, New Jersey. Okay. Let me let y'all know where I was. Your girl was in Newark. Right? I love the history, the culture. It was just a lot though. I had to keep my head on a swivel. Okay. You talking about all that popping. Newark, as small as it was on and popping. It was crazy. Like a lot of our celebrities, like black celebrities, I don't know about the white ones, or anybody else, came out of Newark. Like, I think Queen Latifah, is it Queen Latifah? Don't want to cover y'all, but Whitney, Michael B. Jordan, like, a lot of folks came out of Newark, New Jersey. Yeah. Or like that area. That's what I'm saying. I was just like, this is and when I tell you, Newark is so small. A lot of those cities in that area is so small. You cross the street, you in East, you in Orange. You're like, it's just, the cities are just like, the cities that surround yours.
Mm-hmm.
But they're smaller. So it's like, it's just right there. 20 minutes away, you're in a different city. I'm just like, wow, these cities are really small. But as small as it is, it just has so much culture and diversity. Mm. And I'm just like, if my city had that, I would definitely enjoy it more. And that's also another reason why I was like, oh, I need something else, because it's not diverse. It's not diverse. So in my city, it's definitely majority white. The Hispanic population is growing. Okay. The black population, I feel like we've been a steady number, but a lot of people are moving away. And I get it. Because, and then our city, I feel like is not as, definitely not like yours, but I feel like they're stuck in a certain way. And what's that innovation? It does not have much innovation if it's not around our different, colleges here. We got like 3 colleges in the city, maybe more, but, it don't have much progressive. Like, it's just, I feel like it's stuck in a certain way. And you feel that when you come here. But I feel like the young folks are really trying to get something popping, but it don't last long. Because the environment around it doesn't support that. Yeah. And so I'm like, nah, I gotta go. I gotta go. And again, I'm like, God, if you have me here for some time, I can do that. Cause I feel like I've seen enough. I've lived in enough places where it's like, okay, it's always going to be out there. It's always going to be there. So if I'm meant to stay here, I will stay here. Right. But I feel like he's like, nah, you just passing through. We about to head out in a little bit. Okay. I'm like, okay, cool. Okay, right. Cool.
Let me sit in my seat.
But yeah, I feel like when you're in a city that doesn't have much innovation or diversity, if that's the kind of stuff you look for, like it's hard to stay. So I do say, like, when I'm in the city, like when I'm in my hometown, So I'm talking about my hometown. When I'm
Mm-hmm.
here, I feel like my creativity is kind of stifled. That's like when I was in these places like Chicago, Jersey, Newark, even your city, like it just has so much to offer.
Yeah.
And it's more diverse.
Mm-hmm.
And the food's better. And the food's better. And you got attractions. So
Yeah.
it's like, I've outgrown it. But what's crazy is there's some people here that's like, I love the city. And I'm talking about young black folks. Like, this is my place. My family's here.
Mm-hmm.
I love it here. And I'm just like, wow. But again, it's also, I feel like it also comes down to what you prioritize.
Yeah.
Because some of my friends too, they have children as well. So it's like, oh, my village is here. But I don't want people to feel, what am I looking for? Like, yes, because you have your children. I mean, as a single person, it's easy to uproot and move, right? Because it's
Yeah.
just you that you got to worry about. But when you got a spouse and children, that definitely takes more planning, more time, more consideration. But it's like, I don't know. I don't want people with children to think, I don't know. Okay. I feel like mine's just going all sorts of directions. I'm a land here. I'm a land here. When you know that God is going to take care of you and you want to experience more, He will set you up to where you experience the more that you want. And He will make sure that you are okay and that you have all you need. He said in the word, like, I will give you all that you need and desire, you know? So it's like, cause sometimes I hear people like, oh, well, I have children, so I can't go. And it's like, you can, but it's just going to require more from you.
Yeah.
But you can go. Ask your father. And if it's for you not to go, he'll say, give it, some time, but if he's like, okay, you want to do this? Let's do this. But you got to depend on me to find that house for you, to find that job for you, to find that daycare for you. You know what I mean? Like to find that neighborhood or that friend group for you. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's possible. I just don't want, because what do my friends say? Oh, because her village is here. But then again, but I get it. 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 And when you move and you don't have that village, just you and your spouse and your children, like, yeah, that could be a lot. That could be a lot. But I'm just like, I don't know. I guess at the end of the day, if it's for you, go for it. Mm-hmm. If you keep having that thing inside of you, like, let's say if it keeps pressing on your mind all the time, I believe that is God like, hey, maybe it is time for you to go, but trust me that you'll be taken care of outside of your village.
Right.
Like, trust that I am your village and I will send you another village. Cause that's another thing too. Oh my gosh, I'm talking a lot now, but I'm going to say this cause I want to go back to Texas, and a lot of my family's like, oh, cause we got cousins down there, right? And my brother, and they're like, but your family, like your greater family, like we're not there and you're further. Like, why would you do that? And I'm just like, what? Cause I want that. Like, cause I need to experience that. I need to live that for me.
Right.
For me. And then it's like, I guess guilty is the word. Like, don't feel guilty for wanting to move away.
Right.
Especially if you have that desire, that itch, that like, that just keeps go. Like, don't feel guilty about it. Cause when I did move these places, like, I did feel guilty sometimes. I did. Like, oh my gosh, my family wants me home. Why would I leave my family and they want me there? But it's like, when you go there, you're not your best.
Yeah.
So there's going to be moments where you got to just do what's best for you. And if that requires you to, I mean, they're your family. So like, I don't know. If that means that you don't get the support that you're looking for, I say still go. Pray on it, of course, but still go.
Yeah. I would say the same thing too. Because I mean, like, you have to live your life for you and not for your family. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like, it, like, I get the family thing, but I don't know. Like, I know, like, if I was to tell my mom, she would probably, well, I know my mom wants to move out of state too.
Oh, she does? Where she want to go?
I don't think she even knows. But she has always said it. And then when I was like, we were trying to move to Houston and all that stuff,
Oh, yeah.
she was for it. She didn't mind until till the baby
Mm-hmm.
came. And it's like, well, like, your village is here kind of thing, which I get in the
Yeah.
beginning. You know what I mean? Like, understandable.
Yeah.
But I think now if I was to be like, hey, I want to move, I think my mom would try and do everything in her power to move wherever I want to move.
Really?
Yeah, because I think she wants to move. And she even asked my sister before, too. I don't think my sister wants to move. I think she's okay with like, being here.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I think, like you said, if it's on your mind and it has been for years,
Yeah.
that's like something that you need to explore and try. And I feel like that has been with me. Like, I tried. I almost tried. Yeah, I did try. We were
Yeah.
almost there. We were almost there in Houston. But I just think that time wasn't for me. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe there was just some more things I needed to figure out and truly, like, realize, or whatever the case may be. But it's still always, like, it's still on my mind. And so I think I am going to eventually, I guess, look
Mm-hmm.
into it and figure out where I want to go.
Mm-hmm.
I think those are like signs, which I do want to get into, like, what, I guess, more specifically, like, we talked about, like, our experiences, but, like, more specifically, what are some, like, signs that you've experienced or that you think is related to, like, all right, you've outgrown your hometown.
Mm-hmm. Um, so for me, okay. How can I say this? Okay, I'm gonna just say it.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna work? So for me, I say it's the restlessness. But the
Mm-hmm.
thing is, even though I experience these same signs every time, I don't realize it until I sit with them. So for me, it's restlessness, not getting sleep. Um, it's the agitation
Mm-hmm.
of, like, how can I say it? Like, how they be like, oh, I'm over, can I compare it to be overstimulated? I don't think overstimulation is the word, but I would just say, like, agitation, honestly, frustration of,
Or just, like, what, doing the
uh,
same stuff, or, like, just being in your hometown, or, like, in this, like, routine thing that is like, "Ugh, there's nothing to do here, and I just do this every day because there's nothing in my city to do, anything to explore, to, like, try."
that. So for instance, with my content creation, right? I've been doing it. I took a month off, and as I took the month off, I just really sat with God, just prayed, fast, cried, repeat, prayed, fast, cried, repeat, read my Bible, repeat, right? And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I felt this before. And this was right before I moved to Houston. I was like, I can't create like how I want to create. I just feel stifled. Like, I can create, yes, but like having that free weight, I guess. Like as I'm creating, I just feel a little weighted. But I always feel that when I come back home.
Mm-hmm.
But talking with my family, and I can't wait to get a therapist too, but talking with my family, it's like, well, maybe home is just associated with the trauma that we all endured growing up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, yeah, that could definitely be it for sure. And that's part of why it's like, hometown, whatever, right? But it's also just like, no, the environment itself. And I'm not talking about the house I'm in because the house is great. I just mean like just the greater environment. It's just, this is tapping into more spiritual stuff. But I just feel like the environment is heavy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, so I remember me and my friend was talking about every time we come back home, it feels dark and cloudy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. And when I came back this time, my little sister was like, do you still have that? And I don't remember saying this, but she was like, do you still have that feeling of wanting to change the city, of wanting to bring change to the city, bring light to the city? And I was like, what are you talking about? And she's like, remember you always said you wanted to change, transform the city and change it and bring this and bring that. And I was like, I don't remember saying that, but that definitely sounded like something I said before. Yeah. Because, I mean, everybody live here can just see the need, right? But it's like, man, how can you fill that need or that gap when it's not really inviting, not really accepted, not really like agreeable for real? I feel like this city is big on, we'll smile, we'll put on a front. But when it comes to execution, the support isn't really there. Not for real. And that's my experience. But again, I said there's other folks my age who's like, yeah, we doing some things. And you are, but like, why doesn't it last?
Right.
So when I say agitation, I say like I got these examples. So literally yesterday, I woke up and I was just irritated. I was just so irritated, Alex. I can't explain it. And then I guess I was overstimulated too because I just felt like, how can I don't know. Oh girl, I wish I could put it into words, but it's just like, okay, Cassia. Okay. Okay, Ryan, like what is going on? I had to turn off my computer. I had to turn off my phone. And I was in my bed and I just sat up and I went to the bathroom. I washed my face and I'm just like, God, you have to help me. Cause right now I'm feeling an irritation and a frustration that I can't really put words to. I gotta get out. I guess that's what it was. Like, I gotta get out of here. I have to get out. Right. And I'm just mean like the city, the state, and yes, right now I am unemployed, but it's like, it's not even like I got to get a job. I got to get an apartment. It's just like, I have to just get out of here. But I'm just like, God help me. Cause I don't even know where this is coming from. I told you I will stay if you need me to stay, but something in me won't even let me settle with that.
Yeah.
I keep voicing it like, I can stay. I can do this. I can do this. But then it's like, my mind is like, oh, you need to do this for your family. Your nephews need you. Your siblings need you. Your mother's 30 minutes away. Like, she needs you. But then it's this opposite that's like, girl, it's time to go. Like, it's time to get up out of here. It's time to close shop. Like, let's shut this down and skedaddle.
Right.
And I feel like, so I prayed on it, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, God, what is this agitation? Why can't I sleep at night? And granted, I do have trouble sleeping sometimes, but this not being able to sleep feels different versus, oh, I can't sleep. This is like, I am up. Why can't I go to sleep? And a lot of people will say like, when you can't sleep at night, pray because God obviously wants to talk to you about something, right? Mm-hmm. Or like, just listen to God or turn on some gospel music, whatever. Just spend that time with God because clearly he needs to tell you something.
Right.
And so for me, yeah, I did that. I was like, God, this time of not being able to sleep feels different versus my other moments. Like, is this something you want to tell me? I'm here, I'm listening. And honestly, I was just doing most of the talking, and I was just telling him like what I want. I told him to help me dream again, help me to visualize this person I want to become again. Cause I feel like I was slowly losing that. The more I stayed, the more I'm here. I was just slowly like, okay, let me just get with the flow. Let me just get with the program. But again, like as we were talking off recording, I'm not able to find a job. No, let me say this. The doors aren't opening. Because I always say, like, God is above a hiring freeze. God is above this job market. If it was for me to have a job by now, your girl will have a job. Because in my previous experiences, Lord, I need a job. Thank you for the job. I apply for the job. I get the job. Mm-hmm. But the fact that I can't get one, I'm just like, no, because I don't believe in coincidence, but I do believe that God moves with intention. Mm-hmm. And the fact that, these doors aren't opening, going back to my previous seasons is letting me know, like, okay, it's not for you to stay. God is ushering you out. So as far as signs go, you guys, I'm sorry that I don't think I have practical like signs, because every time my stuff is always going to go back to God, because that's what I know. That's my experience. So when I talk about that agitation, that frustration, I feel like it is a spiritual thing. And in the physical, it just looks like restlessness, and frustration. But when you pray on it and you see God on it, He's going to let you know. Yeah. Cause also they said, like, when it's time to leave your environment, you get uncomfortable. And that's all it is. I guess I give y'all that sign. When it's time to leave, you feel uncomfortable, and not just the feeling of being uncomfortable, but you have that feeling of wanting more. Mm-hmm. And it's not just a feeling. It's like, I'm meant to do more. I'm supposed to do more. I'm supposed to have more. I'm supposed to experience more. And it's in your mind and it won't leave. It's like a constant knock. But then you have to be in agreement with it. And for a long time, I wasn't in agreement with this. I was just like, no, I need to stay here. I need to be here. Right. But it's like, deep down, you really don't want to be here. You just saying that because your family is like, mainly my mother. It's like, no, don't be, and my auntie. Ugh. They don't want me to go. Yeah. And so I was then internalizing, okay, yeah, I need to be around for the family. I need to be here. But then it's like, no, Ryan, God is knocking and He wants you to come into agreement with what He has for you. Mm-hmm. You need to make up in your mind, like, it's okay for me to go. My family don't want me to, but it's okay for me. I need to at this point. Right. But I feel like God is also waiting on me to show up. Mm. Okay. I hope y'all caught my drift.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like a lot of stuff that you said is kind of similar to what I think. Even though, well, yeah, I guess it is like a feeling uncomfortable. Because I was even thinking, like, trying to kind of go back to before I had my daughter. Because that was when I really was feeling a lot of like, all right, I want to get out of the city. And it was this kind of feeling of like, I want to experience, I want to explore a different city, a different environment with different people. Uh-huh. Because here is like, it's kind of like, I just feel like I guess like I don't fit in a sense, or like I don't feel, I guess it would be uncomfortable kind of thing. Yeah. I guess that goes along with that. And And it's just like an urge of wanting to just, it's like, I don't even care if I don't have a full plan. I just need to go. Like, I know everything's going to be good when I get there. You know, I know everything going to come through. I just know, but I just got to go, you know, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I guess I understand like what you were saying, because it was similar things that I was feeling, that like desire kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess to kind of like getting to like something more like fun and positive. Well, I guess it's all positive, but where would you want to go next? Like, would you want to go back to Houston, or like is like another place in mind? Like, you know, let me try this place before I really settle and like decide. If you haven't already decided.
I've decided. It's definitely back to Texas. But I don't. So talking with my friend yesterday, I was just like, I'm coming back. And she's like, yep, you coming right back to Houston. And I was just like, well, I don't know. But she's like, you coming back to Houston. And you're going to be in Houston. And that's the thing I love. And I thought, honestly, I wouldn't love any city outside of Chicago. Like, not on that kind of level. But Houston, takes the cake. I love Chicago, and I can now say I love Houston. But I do want to experience another city in Texas outside of Houston. And it will mainly be Dallas or Austin.
Okay.
Yeah, because if we was having the natural disasters, I feel like Dallas was chilling. And I was just like, how far are we from Dallas? Like, why aren't they experiencing what we experiencing? But on my feed of TikTok, girl, most of the creators that's popping up for me is folks in Texas.
Oh, really?
I get a couple Atlanta. I don't get nobody from Chicago, but I get a couple like Atlanta, LA and stuff, but a lot of it is folks from Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, man, I'm meant to go back. Like, I don't know. Because I see the stuff that they're doing and everything. I'm just like, what? And you know, I just click on their profile. I'm like, where are they at? Texas, Houston, Austin, Dallas, San Antonio. And I'm just like, oh, I need to go back.
Mm-hmm.
Still definitely be Texas.
Yeah, Texas. So yeah, I have a friend in Dallas. She likes it.
How long she been there?
Oh, it's been I think after college.
That long?
Yeah. It might have been like, but you know, she got out after us.
Oh yeah.
So she's like, I think a year or two. Was she a year or two behind? She might have been. And then I don't know if she stayed here a year, but she might have moved right to Dallas, because I think her mom had moved. But I think she likes it. Which I thought about taking a trip there, since she's there, like, hey, you can show me around, you know, kind of thing. Like, let's hang out. And maybe we can do like eventually, like later on in the year or something, that we can do something like that. Because I would even like to go to Houston and kind of really like explore the city more. Because I feel like when we went, I feel like we really didn't explore the city. It was more of like, we're apartment shopping is what we came here for.
Yeah, we was there on business.
Yes.
We was handling business.
But I would like to enjoy the city more. In which, since you've been there, it's like, okay, well, you know a few things. How about we get a hotel, we go down to Houston, and we explore the city?
Yes, I keep saying that too. Like, and my friend would tell me, I said, I need to, because even living in Houston, I was like, oh, I need a trip. And she's like, girl, your city is the trip. Explore your city. And I was like, that is so true. But Houston is so big. Like, oh my gosh. And it's just something about the people there too. Like, oh my gosh. A lot of people on TikTok is like, oh, don't come to the city. Like, we full, da, da, da. You know, you run into some rude people, but a lot of the people that I met are not from Houston. But even the Houston locals, like, I feel like, because the friends I did make were from Houston. And then some people weren't, but whatever. Like, they are friendly. Like, I feel like anywhere you're going to be rude people, you're going to be friendly people. But they were friendly, but one thing about it, they love their city.
Mm-hmm.
Like, folks from New York be so hard. Like, they go hard for New York.
Yeah.
People in Houston, they go hard for H-Town. Like, they don't play. And I love that. I love that they have that, like, yeah, this is our city. We rep in our city. We proud, like, we love our city. Even as crazy as the city is, we love our city. And so I told myself, like, even if I don't move to Houston, I need to take trips to Houston, because Houston is that big and they have just so much to experience. And if anything, I need to go on a food tour. That's what I said. So when I go back to Texas, even if I'm not living in Houston, I need to make trips to Houston to go on a food tour. Like, that's how good their food is. Like, for real, how people will go to Chicago just for the food. Houston, for sure.
Yeah.
And then they have a lot of things to do too.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm down. Girls.
Yeah, I think we should. We should plan it. Because I definitely, well, I don't know if I could see myself like forever living in Houston. But that was one of the cities that I wanted to go to. It was Texas. It was like a state that I would like to live, but like some of the like, I guess like towns or like smaller cities by the water, I'm like, I don't know if I would want to be there. But like maybe I'll be like rich enough to like have like a, what is it called? Like a vacation home. And it's like by the water, so that I can just go visit, not visit, but like live there during like the summer days or like warm days or whatever, and just be there. And then I go back home when it's like, or no, the opposite. I'll go there when it's cold in my city, and then go down to my vacation home where it's basically always warm.
Yep.
I thought there, or like somewhere on the West Coast, not necessarily LA, even though if I had money or my husband had money and it's like we can afford LA, then we can move to LA. Because I wouldn't mind LA either. But like I really thought like somewhere like in Arizona, somewhere where it's like
Arizona.
warm. And I would love like a view. That's what I really would like, a view.
Yes.
Like whether it's mountains or like the water is a view for me. Like being here is like, okay, I see trees. I'm tired of seeing these trees. I would see palm trees. Like we got regular trees. Like
I was so shocked to see palm trees in Houston. I said, what the heck?
Yeah.
Why are they here?
Yeah. Because you just wouldn't think palm trees. I would only think like Florida and LA.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because it's by water. That's what I would think.
Yeah. And
because
hot. Like the temperature.
Yeah. But yeah. Yeah, those are the places I can see myself. Well, where like, it's basically somewhere warm and hot. Even though when we was in Houston, I know I would have to truly work on myself because the heat and like my attitude, it just don't mix well. Because when you be hot, it'd be like, ooh, like your irritation just be like more. Not that I was irritated like with you guys or being there, but like I could just tell like even here like just being hot, it'd be like. So I could only imagine like going down there with my daughter. And it's like, all right, girl, stop crying. It's hot. Like, you know what I mean? Like, chill out. I'm hot. You over here crying kind of thing. Like, of just like, I know being in heat. And then even now, like, I pressed out my hair. And here I can't wear. Yeah. Like, my hair is already poofing. It ain't even as hot. It's just humid.
Girl.
So there it's like, well, I can never press out my hair. You know what I mean? Like, it's about to be a big football. Ain't no
girl.
So, but yeah.
That's definitely another thing. For me, I was like, yeah, but when I moved back down there, I was like, I want to get back into my wigs. I haven't worn wigs in like years, but I even wear my natural hair a little bit. And I like when it like, inflates. But when I tell you the crinkle, the twist was gone, I was like, dang, I just styled my hair.
Yeah.
But I don't know, because I remember my aunt was saying like she would move to Houston, but it's the no. She said she told her husband, my uncle, he was like, it's just too hot. But she's like, you're not in the heat all the time. Like you in the car, you in AC, then from the car you go to another AC in the building. And I was like, great perspective. Now granted it is hot. It is hot. But it's like, yeah, you're not really out. I mean, but this is what I would say about Houston. The traffic.
Mm.
The traffic. Now, if you don't mind, you patient, whatever, like cool. And the thing is, I thought I was patient too until like I wasn't when it came to the traffic. Cause I'm like, it has to be somebody at the front that's not doing what they're supposed to do. Cause ain't no way. And then when you think you early and nobody about to be outside with you, the whole city outside with you, they up with you.
Thought
And I'm like, huh?
So they all thought the same thing.
Girl. I remember I told my roommate, I said, I'm going to go early so I can just get in there and get out and not everybody. I said, this was during the week. And this is when we didn't have a job yet. Girl, I was like, why aren't y'all working? Shouldn't y'all be at work? Like, why do I see all these kids? Why ain't they in school?
No, for real. And so I be even doing that here. Because I'd be like, especially like when leaving work.
Mm-hmm.
And they'd be like, okay, I'm leaving early compared to like where people should be like actually leaving work. Like where like majority of people leave work. And it's like, well, why is it the same traffic? Like, why did everyone decide to leave the same time I left work today? Or like, why did everyone take off the same day that I took off? Like.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, luckily when we were down there, traffic. Well, when y'all picked me up from the airport, traffic was crazy.
Which one did you fly in? Was it George or?
I don't remember. I couldn't
George. Yeah, it's called George Bush.
I don't even know which
Bush
one.
It had to be Bush. I think it was Bush. That's the bigger one.
Mm.
What was the other one called? Oh my gosh. I can't remember the other airport. But I've been seeing on TikTok how people be going to the Galleria. Did we go to the Galleria?
Is that like where like all like the nice like designer stores are?
Yeah, but it's their biggest mall.
I think there was an apartment that we looked at that was by it, right?
It was, yeah.
And we didn't go. Why didn't we explore while we were there?
I was going to say, why? Why didn't we just walk around?
Like we could have went, but I know had that food, all those food trucks, which it was like down the street further from it. But
when I tell you, the whole time I kept looking for that spot, and I couldn't find it again.
Really?
Yes. And then when I thought I did, because I didn't know. Of course, we was just going there looking for apartment stuff, and we didn't know the city. But I didn't know they have that many food truck spots in the city. Because every time, like, oh yeah, that's the spot. It's not the spot. Because the one where we went, it was a lot of them.
Yeah.
But a one that's pretty known is like on Chimney Rock and I forget the other street with it, but I was like, where is that food truck spot? And it was by the mall, right?
Yeah. Well, it was a lot. It was on the way to the mall that we took. But we had to drive kind of a ways down the street.
See, I think,
to
yeah,
go
because the
to it.
one that's on Chimney Rock it's not too far from the mall. But we definitely could have pulled over and walked in the Galleria.
Right.
I actually love the Galleria. People say they like the Galleria because it's just a lot, but I like that mall. I
Really?
really do. But I'll say I see people on TikTok, they just go to the Galleria and get their steps in.
Oh, dang.
And it's that big. Because I was trying to go to, what's that place? American Eagle for the first time. I went to American Eagle. So I keep seeing these pants. I was like, oh my gosh, I need some quality pants. And I was like, but where is it? Like, where is this store? And when I tell you, Alex, I feel like I was walking for forever and a day. It was kind of embarrassing because I had other bags. Your girl was just shopping. I don't know what it was, but I was just shopping and I had so many bags. And oh, I finally get there, but I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like trying to catch my breath. And the lady was like, hey, is everything okay? I said, I could not find y'all store to save my life. Y'all on the other side of the mall. And she was like, yeah, we are pretty far, especially if you parked like on whatever street. And we would go to, so anytime we would go to the mall, we would park at Neiman's parking lot and then walk across the street and go to the mall. And a lot of people do that, like, because parking in that parking garage, it's a lot. And then from what I see on TikTok, a lot be going on in that parking garage too. So you just park there, you walk across the street, and you go into the mall. But going from that entrance to American Eagle, but again, I was just shopping around, so I don't know where I was particularly. But when I tell you, I didn't know the mall was that big. And the fact that there were still more stores further down, I was just like, oh my gosh, no wonder they're like, this is, I think, one of the biggest malls in the South, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, wow.
But I was like, girl. And she's like, yeah, she's like, here, put your bags down, like, catch your breath. I was just like, oh my gosh. And she was like, yeah, we are some ways away. I'm like, girl, I definitely got my steps in trying to find y'all.
Right.
But I left with 4 pairs of pants. So.
And you like
I was
them?
spending.
I never had
Yeah, I
American
still
Eagle.
got them. I still got some. It's been a year now.
It's like, I remember like American Eagle and Hollister back in like high school, that like the girls would always have like those jeans, and I'm like, I can't fit those jeans. Like back then, you know what I mean? Like, because back then, like the jeans really weren't like super stretchy and stuff like that. Like now, you know, when you have like bigger legs and then like they don't fit your waist, you have to buy bigger size, and then it's like, yeah. But like, I never tried them, so I'm like, I'm not going with them. I never have.
Yeah, that was my first time, and I say catch them on sales.
Yeah, I'm saying,
but they,
So yeah, back then they was expensive out of my mama budget to get them.
Yeah, yeah. But the ones I got were like 20. But this girl, because they was having a sale, but it was like $20, I think, for one pair. But they were, I got yeah.
Oh, so are they expensive?
It was like $19.99, but yeah, 20. I would say they're reasonable, but they always have a sale. And if anything, they're always sending me coupons. So it's like their original prices for some pants, you know, everybody got this exclusive thing where it's like, those are the prices and it's going to stay there. So I do think there are some that's like 40 and stuff like that. Okay. But for the ones I got, they were $20. Was some 25, but $20, and they stretch. I got skinny jeans, straight leg, some ripped jeans, and yeah, they're still good.
Okay. With you talking about the mall, it reminded me that, I don't know if you know, here in the city, the downtown mall closed.
Yeah, I saw that on TikTok.
Boarded
and
up,
I was like, what the heck? I remember high school, I think. And we went to that mall for the first time. I was like, this is such a nice mall.
Yeah. So then now, like, we only have, 2 malls? The one out south and the one up north? Well, I mean, they
Wait, how
have
did that one mall not close?
what mall?
On the west. Is that still there?
Okay. Okay. So they're like, I mean, I guess there's still like, there's a few stores in there. Well, I haven't been over there in a long time. I have like what, Lafayette? Over that
Yeah.
area?
Yeah. I only used to go there to get my hair done by the Dominicans.
Yeah. I don't know. I think there's probably like a few stores similar to the one on the east side. There's like a few stores in there, if they even still have it open. I haven't even been there in a long time. But I feel like I would have heard them close. But like, there's like a few stores where they'll have like a handful of stores. And it's like, it really ain't, it's more of like local stores in there. Like, not too many like I guess well known like stores, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So like I know like on the east side, like they had a Target in there. This is a long time ago. I don't even know if that is open. But basically, I don't consider them things open. Let's be real. I don't I don't really go. I didn't go there anymore. I used to when I lived out, especially out east, living out east. We would go there, but they have so many other things around rather than just the mall. But yeah, it's only no. We only got 2 malls, and it's big. Well, technically 3, but the fashion mall, like
Oh yeah. Where's that again? What side?
it's up
South
north.
side?
No, it's up north.
Oh.
Hmm.
I forgot about that. Yeah. That mall's pretty big.
Yeah, kind of. It's like weirdly shaped to me. I sometimes I get confused and like, where am I at?
Is that the mall with this is the only restaurant I could think of. But J what's that restaurant called? JW? Is it JW Chains?
PF Chang's?
PF Chains. Where am I
JW
getting
Chang.
JW
Ah, the
Chains?
JW, the hotel,
Girl,
JW
I was
Marriott.
like, JW Chains. But is that the mall that's by that restaurant?
I believe so.
It sits right outside, like right outside. Then you turn in, and it's the mall right there behind it. Is that the fashion mall?
Is that the fashion mall or is that Castleton? No, it probably is.
Oh, I forgot about that.
It might be the fashion mall because the fashion mall is more of like upscale.
And Apple
But
sits on the outskirts, right?
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
If you're on that side, because the way I'm thinking of coming in is like, I don't know if you came in this way. Well, there's actually a few ways because like there's a Cheesecake Factory not attached to it,
Yep.
but is that by
Yeah.
or is that Castleton? I get confused. That
Yeah.
goes to show what side of town I'm on. There's something up there.
That's
It's
crazy that
one
they
of those.
closed that downtown mall. So all the stores are, well, of course it's out then.
Yeah.
That's
It's.
wild. That mall
I
used to
wonder
be
what
so
they're gonna
nice.
do. Yeah, it actually wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't bad, but it was probably not getting as much business.
Cause y'all downtown, it's annoying.
Why you say that?
Parking. Cause it's the
Uh,
parking and the one thing about y'all city that irks me is just how like the structure of the streets.
mhm.
I feel like the streets aren't wide enough,
Oh no.
and yeah, it's just so annoying. Parking is so annoying. Um, yeah, it just makes you so frustrated.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I can definitely see that. But that's why I barely go downtown. Cause it's like, you gotta know everything is like one way. This street is this way, the next street is the other way. And it's like, but
Yes,
I have to do this whole round the block to go back. Cause if I miss my
yes,
turn, it's like, all
yep.
right.
Or like, oh, I just found that parking spot. It's like you gotta whip around the
Yeah.
block and come back, hoping it's still there. It's somebody that took it.
Yeah.
You literally, they at the restaurant. I'm just trying to find parking. It's always trying to find.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Oh my goodness. Where did we go? What was that? Oh, when we went for the graduation.
Uh, I think who did
What building was that?
the convention center? Is that what it was?
Okay, I was gonna say, was that a hotel?
The convention center?
Yeah, I think it had to be the convention center.
I think it was a convention
It's
center.
big. Yeah, it was big.
Yeah, I think it was. I don't know. See, that's the thing. I should probably explore my city. I'm over talking about, oh yeah, I outgrown. Girl, you haven't even experienced your own city.
And that's the thing. I'm gonna find some TikTok, send it to you. But it's a lot of restaurants and just different attractions they say that's coming
Yeah,
to the
they
city.
have.
Or
Yeah, they have definitely upped a lot of things, restaurants, attractions, and stuff like that. A lot of it is up north, and it's like to drive all the way up
that's
there,
on
like
the opposite side of you.
yeah, like to drive all the way up there is at least 30 minutes. Don't let it be
That's
construction in
insane.
the way
Okay,
or
that's another
traffic
thing. Y'all got construction
everywhere.
Oh my gosh! Oh, I came from my friend's wedding, and we went from Fishers up to no Greenwood to Fishers. But I feel like she stayed a little bit
Yeah,
below Greenwood. But
that's
getting
far.
up there, I was right behind them. I lost them. I lost them, and I don't know. Oh my gosh, driving there just makes me so nervous. And they were like, driving in Houston, don't. And I'm just like, first of all, I don't have a car in Houston, but when I did drive, it just no, not like this. Now the nervousness of Houston is like switching lanes.
Mm.
Or like when the trucks, I feel like these trucks need their own highway. I feel like they need their own highway because they're, oh, you think you fast? They're going to show you they're faster. An 18 wheeler. Like, golly, you late for shipment or what? Like,
Right.
oh my gosh, they be full throttle. I'm just like, oh, Jesus, let me pass up. Let me hurry up. I'm up here pedal to the metal of freaking Hot Wheels over here. Like, and that's what you got to be looking out for, right? But in your city, it's the turns, the twists, and I feel like there's not enough room for everybody. And I don't know, y'all kind of drive like folks in Chicago to me. Y'all drive pretty crazy. Oh, especially going down. I keep seeing like TikToks on talk about 38, and I was cracking up because they're like, "When you hit 38, you better not go to speed." You better not go speed limit. And I had to learn the hard way so many times. And I was like, oh my gosh, is this a highway? Like, why is everybody speeding?
Oh yeah, on 38th. Yeah, yeah. It's not really
Girl.
a street. Like it's a street, but not really.
But it has stoplights. But people run them, don't care. And I'm like, I remember I was so scared. I tried to find different routes to my my home office instead of taking 38. But I kept asking people, like, okay, what other street should I take? They're like, oh, just take 38. I can take you straight there. I said, I'm not trying to go down 38. I'm not trying to go down 38. Them folks be tripping, be dating, running me off the road. I remember they would honk at me. That's how bad it got. But then I was like, girl, just get with it. Just speed like they do too. Just speed.
Yeah, that's all.
And when I tell you every time, and then I started talking at people talking crazy. Why are you driving so slow? You must not be from here. Meanwhile, I'm definitely from here. And I was like, girl, that was just you a couple months ago.
Right. I know there's a few times. There's a few times where I do be like, why are you driving so slow? Like, why are you driving a speed limit? It's okay to go over. Like, you can pick up.
That's y'all mentality. And that's what I'm saying. Y'all remind me of Chicago driving because that's exactly what they be saying too.
Like, to me, the speed limit is like when we're on the highway. I don't know why our highway says speed limit 55. No, it need to be 70 because that's the minimum you do is 70 on this highway. That's the
Y'all
minimum.
are crazy.
Because there should be no reason
That's
why 55 is a street.
yeah.
Here in Indy. 55, you do 55 on the street, not the highway.
And barely that, y'all. And barely that.
I said some of like
Because
our big
38 is
streets.
not 70. Let me tell you.
Yeah. If it's a street that takes you from like one side of the town to the next, it's typically a lot. People go a lot faster. Like if it's like a side street, obviously like they go a little slower. But like
Yeah.
I feel like those bigger streets that take you from one end to the next, like one town to the next town, like side of towns or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because I say like on the south side, like 31. Yeah. What? Speed limit? Speed limit 30? No. No, it's not.
They're crazy, y'all.
And I wish a cop would pull me over. Because you don't be doing the speed limit either. What do you mean?
And they don't.
They
Oh my
don't.
gosh, Alex, 38, they be speeding too. And I'm like, oh, they must be trying to get somebody. No.
No. They trying to get home. No. They speed right past you. And what you gonna do about it? You better catch up. It's like, no.
Girl.
But I hope that's how it is everywhere. That's why, like in Houston, when I was driving that highway, I said, "Oh, this kind of reminded me of Indy a little bit," but it wasn't as busy as like when you guys picked me up from the airport. But I think that's when we dropped you off because you did something there downtown. We dropped you off downtown.
Oh yeah.
And I was with our friend, and she was like, she looked at me like, "Dang, you kind of." You know what you're doing, kind of thing. I'm like, well, I guess it kind of reminds me of.
Well, okay, you push that seat back. He's chilling. I'm like, oh, Alex in her zone.
Even though I
get that one hand.
I'd be so nervous. But I gotta be.
Wait, when you was driving?
Yeah, and then look, I caught myself doing too much, hit a reverse, try to back up in a parking spot. I think because didn't the car have like where it like it, and they didn't drive for you, but it was some sort of system in there like where it would like brake if you didn't brake fast enough, kind of thing. And I was backing up, and I'm looking at the camera, and you kind of know the distance between like, oh, I don't know the distance, but like the camera and to where you're at, it's like there's some sort of, it's not always you're as close or as far or whatever. And the way the car like pressed on the brakes, I'm like, dang, like did I hit something? Or we look back, I'm like, did I hit something over here trying to act like over here whipping the car back and do whatever? Yeah. And then it didn't hit nothing. It was just like the curb. It didn't hit the curb, but like it broke, or you know what I mean. Yeah. Press on the brakes. And I'm like, all right, I'm done driving for the day. But it wasn't bad driving. Just that day. It's just that day. I don't know about them other days. Because I don't do
thing when was it? Oh, when I would use her car. I'm like, put me on the highway. I never thought I would say that. I never thought I would say that. But because it's just quicker.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, let's stay on the streets. But then I was just like, oh, okay, we can do this. Put me on the highway. Like,
yeah.
Let's hurry this up.
Which I think I'm kind of used to the highways because I don't know if you know this, but I used to drive to Kansas 8 hours by myself to go see my ex.
I remember you did a couple times, but I didn't know it was like a regular.
Like it was not like a regular, but it was like a few times. It wasn't like I went every weekend or every other weekend.
Okay.
But when he was down there, there was times like where I would have to drive down there, pick him up, and then we drove back. And now I was like in my little hoopty, like my white,
my white car. Oh, I remember that car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Girl, and going through like I would drive through St. Louis, driving through there. Driving through, I had to drive through, what is it? Kansas City. Both of them, I believe, the Missouri and Kansas to get down to Kansas, like wherever he was. And then them highways there, their minimum is 70. But it's open field. And so the wind is blowing and my little car finna blow off the highway trying to do 70. But I was pushing it though. I said I could only do 75 because this wind is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But going through all them, and I remember just the traffic and like the semis and like one time it was like pouring raining.
Oh, girl.
And trying to drive and I was terrified, but I made it through. And that was back then where like my papa used to be so worried. He was like, I just worry about you. I'm like, I'll be okay. Bye.
See you later.
No, for
Made
real.
it.
No, for real. But yeah.
I'm not that kind of driver. I used to want to. I said, girl, just do it. No. I would say at max 3 hours for me driving.
Mm-hmm. No,
everything
I get that
else,
now.
I feel like my anxiousness would be kicking in.
Yeah. No, I get that. Okay. So I guess to wrap this up, because we went on a whole we had a whole 2 hours.
We just talking. Well, we talking.
Yes, talk about everything. But I guess to wrap it up, about outgrowing your hometown. If you feel like you have outgrown your hometown, make a plan. Figure out where you want to go. What place is calling you? Make a plan. Pray about it.
Yeah.
And do it. Just to experience. And if it don't work out, look, try again.
That part. I want to say this real quick too, because I was on this TikTok and this girl was just talking, whatever. It wasn't about what she was talking about. It was in the comments. This girl said she moved to Atlanta, faced some troubles. Faced like some hard stuff. Moved back to Ohio, and she was there for 2 months. Moved back to Atlanta, and now she got a job in her own place, and she said life is good. Like, I say that too. Try again.
Try again.
Because that's what your girl is definitely about to do.
Yeah. Especially if there's like this desire of just this feeling of just needing to get out, you need something more.
Yep.
I think that's with anything, not even just hometown, just like with anything in life. But
yeah, I agree.
So yeah, that's the end of this episode 9. That was a good conversation. We did went on a whole tangent. Oh, that is funny. But all right, so we will see you guys in our next episode. So talk to y'all later.
Talk to y'all later.